Hello, this is Don Kellogg here with Donnelly Cycling at Sea Otter. So we are a bicycle and tire company. We first started as a tire company 10 years ago, focused originally on cyclocross, which we're still very much involved with. We have a professional cyclocross team that races at the top events in the US and in Europe for some of the late season World Cups. From cyclocross, then we branched into gravel. That was 8 years ago. I have a biased opinion, but I would tell you that I think we have the largest range of gravel tread patterns out there and sizes. Most recently, we introduced a series of bicycles. First, a cyclocross full race machine that we use for the team as well. Also, we sponsor the Amy D Foundation cyclocross team. And then a gravel frame, a gravel bike as well, the GC, so gravel carbon. And then most recently, we're showing a new gravel e-bike that is based off of our gravel bike. So we believe we've taken a little different approach, that we have a non-e-bike gravel and then an e-bike version. Same geometry, same sizing, relatively the same look. So kind of pairing it up, a little bit different. And then part of the design and project points was the weight. So we came in, since we are a performance-oriented company, we came in from a sportive side versus a pure wattage perspective, and we decided to use the Fazua system based out of Germany. As very much a sportive type of e-bike. Allows someone to enjoy the ride and then take a little bit of the sting out of the hills and get you home. So we took that approach. The other part that was very important to me growing up in New York City in the 60s and the 70s was the weight of the bicycle. When I think of an e-bike and I think of an urban application, if you're not in an apartment setting where you can use an elevator, you have to carry, and if you don't have storage, you have to carry the bike, and this is where weight is super important. In general, it's important, but if you have to shoulder a bike, it's important. So for me, based off of my old Peugeot U08, working as a messenger in New York in the early 70s, I know what 31 pounds feels like on the shoulder. So this was the target for the bike, and we're right about 31.5, 32 pounds. So it really was a critical piece. So on the bike, again, we share the same geometry, same look as our gravel carbon bike. We have 5 sizes, extra small to extra large. And we really concentrated on making it a very clean bike. This particular build shows a full FSA system, the WE system, and their componentry. We have a partnership with FSA, with our cyclocross team for the last 6-7 years. Great people to work with, based very close to our logistics partner in Taichung, Taiwan. FSA did a great job with this crankset. They had a different crankset. We asked them to replicate the one we use on our bike, and within 45 days, from January to March, they turned it around. So we showed this last week at the Taipei show. Then the other part that we're really quite pleased with how it came out was the integration of the handlebar, stem, and cables. When you look at this bike, there's no cables exposed except for at the very last points where they come into the caliper. So all the cable routing is through the handlebar, through the stem, down through the headset, or steerer tube for the front brake. But they're actually making a running change. So currently right now the battery is located here. The motor is right down in this section, and then their transmission gearing is behind the crankset here. The battery is a release right here. The battery comes out so you can recharge it or replace it with a fresh battery. On the other side of the frame is actually a lock mechanism for locking the battery in place. Fazua is making a change, and we're already made our mold changes, so this will actually be removed. So this will clean up, and the release will go down here where the sort of their mechanism is right now. And then the other running change with the Fazua system is that currently their controller lives up here on the handlebar. but that's being relocated with the new electronics to the top tube. This is kind of a placeholder here. It'll be a touch screen operation for their system. And we're introducing it here. We'll have the bikes available in Europe first, in Germany in the midsummer, and then in the fall for the US. So Fazua is just finishing up their certification for the batteries in the US. We're guesstimating we'll have two specs, one around 5,500, so 5,500, and then 8,000 for a full electronic shifting e-bike. DonnellyCycling.com is where you can find out more. We don't have it up there yet. This is sort of a soft launch, let us say, quote unquote. We'll do a full launch with all the pricing and structure at DK 200. So Dirty Kansas 200. We're actually going to have a little match race between myself and our young 21-year-old pro cyclocross racer. I've been told I'm going to get dropped in the parking lot, but it'll be fun. We'll have a good time. Yeah.
Great. Well, thanks, Don.
Well, thank you very much.